Well, at times I think about the influence of organized crime in American society, and I think it had most devastating effect, as I encountered organized criminal conspiracy, and as a result of which I suffered the loss of my job, as I was fired from a company that employed me, North American security company, and as a liberal politician, I declared that I would sue my former employer, North American security company, for wrongful termination and workplace harassment, but went unabashed. I believe I was fired for being a whistleblower, as I reported occasion of not paying me for 1 day of work 4 times for the last year. As the company decided to not to pay me for 1 day of work, they actually at first tried to scam way out of defrauding me out of 1 day of honest pay, and their chief bookkeeper Isidro threatened me with making my life miserable, and threatened to get a supervisor onto me. But later on they started paying me for 1 day missing day of work. When actually they harassed me at workplace, and one of those young security guards with neo-fascist Minas Jacan confessed to me that he actually was abusing cocaine, and he also unbuckled the holster of his gun and threatened to shoot me, as if probably he thought that I was never saw a gun, I never worked armed guard in my life. I worked quite a number of months, as an armed guard in the projects on at the Pacific coast of near Santa Monica, city of Santa Monica, and we used to fight narco-mafia there too. By reporting narcotics haven to LAPD, local police. Then actually I encountered another North American security guard, Mr. Jonathan Drew. Now this guy was a black supremacist, towering tall black man who works at Silma Juvenile Hall. He still works there. And I believe that investigation journalists may should try interviewing him. So that guy offered me to have sex with his African American girlfriends, and in exchange for money. He had shown me the pictures of those exposed African American young women. Exactly, he showed their mostly their breasts, naked genitalia, naked breasts, and naked buttocks on his cell phone BlackBerry, and he made a picture of me as well, like paparazzi, without my permission, without my asking for my explicit permission. Well, I gave him like implicit permission, maybe to do so. So I believe that there was again another armed guard lady, was Ani Midrani, was a young neo-fascist woman, called me a Jew, told me that Jew wouldn't get his piece of pie when he solicited the post commander, Mr. Derek Dude, to fire me from work, as she claimed I was sick. And then actually there was a Los Angeles County Probation Department Detention Services Officer, Mr. Miles, young African American man, who actually told me that on December 2nd that he was selling crack, and he would sell crack to his own mother. When actually dissuaded him from abusing substance, as in health sciences I oppose substance abuse as a harmful habit, which will destroy any ability to experience physiological pleasure. Then Mr. Miles, with young African American blue-shirted detention guard, probation department, Los Angeles County Probation Department, he actually threatened to blow up my car. He pointed his forefinger into my sedan, and he asked me if it's my car. I told him, yeah, it's my car. And he told me that he would blow it up. He also told me he would blow up the Silma Juvenile Hall, and over the way his supervisors treated him. When I reported him to the local LAPD police and to Los Angeles County Probation Department officers, including the director, Mrs. Garcia, They actually, I believe that they probably ordered me fired from work or something, but as long as I know that general manager of North American security company, Mr. Lopez, fired me from work because he was under the influence of that narco mafia. And that Mr. William Abrego, the main offender at post, he young Hispanic white man of about 18 years old, and that guy confessed to me that he had joined family of Latin American narco mobsters, including his Mexican girlfriend, whose gray Mercedes he was borrowing to drive himself to work. He also told me that he offered me cocaine 2 times on occasion in precise terms, and he actually, when I rejected this offer flat and told him I oppose, I don't like drug pushes, he told me I'd be in trouble and his Mexican girlfriend would sue me. And I also saw a large pile of white powder on a white plate in front of him in that bubble key center through a window pane, through a colorless window pane. I've seen it. And he had, Mr. William Blake had a large paper straw, which I haven't seen in the United States before, in his hand. So probably was provided by Russian spies or something like that. And I also believe that, speaking of Russian spies, once I've seen a movie, Secret of Patty's Gold, it's a Russian documentary movie about CPSU stolen gold, which communist leaders stole and illegally deposited in Fimaco and Siabeco banks. In Fimaco Bank of Jersey Island and Swiss Siabeco Bank, run by Russian spy Bernstein. And I believe that according to that KGB report shown in Russian language in that documentalist movie Secret of Patty's Gold, they had account 076 under which former CPSU leader Kruchina and Mikhail Gorbachev himself deposited $10 million in hard currency and diamonds and golden bullions by illegal theft of property from Russian treasury. And I believe that they were telling the truth about former members of CIA working for Kral, private detective agency, and they commit act of treason and illegally sold out to Igor Gaidar government in 1992, when they actually was former CIA agents, members of a Kral private investigators team, stole money from Bank of America from that Russian immigrants, or stole money or funneled money to Russia. I believe that if federal investigators started investigating was members of Kral agency who cooperated with the Igor Gaidar government in terms of stealing Russian money and was stealing money from those illegally deposited by CPSU neo-Nazi couriers, I believe that we will be able to bust account 076 in Fimaco Bank of Jersey Island, which was mentioned in the account 076, mentioned by ex-KGB agent Karmanov, which paper frame I've seen in that motion picture, the communist motion picture, Russian motion picture, Tiny Zolota Party, or The Secret of Patty's Gold, on YouTube.com. Actually, YouTube is amazing source of sensational information, and if somebody likes it, that kind of political information, he's glad to get all the political information he wants. Well, on YouTube.com. Policy goes unlimited.